Okay, here's a story that's gotten a lot of attention on social media. For reasons that are still unknown, a DC guy scheduled dates with two different women back on the very same evening. No, make that 6 dates. He scheduled dates with 6 different women at different times in one evening. Get this. All of the women found out about it. And this happened Monday at Truxtun Inn in Northwest DC, and it was all documented on Twitter by one of the women who had a date with the guy. The man's name is Justin. We'll protect him by not giving his last name. Justin warned his first date that he was meeting up with friends at 6:15, but his second date showed up at that time. By the time the third woman showed up, the females decided to take action. They left to get drinks together at a bar across the street. 3 more ladies showed up for a date with Justin. Going off script with us tonight to talk about all this, one of the women who was one of the 6 dates with the man that night, Alex Woody, and Jamie Bernstein. She's Senior VP Matchmaker at Day 3 Rule.
3D Rule.
3D Rule. Okay, got it. What do you make of this? Your reaction? Do you feel like you were duped, or is it part of the risk when you date online? Is that how you met online?
Yeah, so we met on the Bumble app, and I feel like it's definitely part of a risk that you take. You're talking to people that you don't necessarily know, and you have to realize that sometimes things aren't going to work out, but you never really think that you're going to end up on a date and 5 other women are going to be there as well.
So you're not mad at Justin?
No, not at all. I think that he could have handled things very differently. It's frustrating that he wasn't truthful throughout the evening and continuing on as we go through these next few days. And
I'm curious, what did you ladies talk about when you got together and figured out that you were all part of the same, agenda, if you will, for that night?
We thought it was really funny.
Okay.
You have to laugh a lot when dating. You can't be too serious about yourself either. And so we just chalked it up to a bad date and the fact that we didn't think anybody was going to believe us. So texting a lot of our friends, and I think some people still don't believe that this is actually true.
Put it in perspective for me. In my day, you met your dates at work, you met them at the bars, the clubs, the dances, that sort of thing. There's no way you could have gotten away with that, walking out with more than 1 or maybe 2.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the dating landscape has really changed in the past, I would say, 5 to 10 years or so. But luckily, your situation is definitely not the norm. There are so many great, relationship-minded single men and women in the DC area. So I don't think this should be seen as kind of the norm, but it definitely sheds some light on kind of the chaos that is going on right now.
What are women looking for when they date online? Are you looking for the perfect guy, or are you looking for the perfect guy for you?
I think it's different for each person. That's a difficult question. I mean, it's more of I'm a person that I have to meet somebody and feel their energy and see what they're about, and that's difficult to do on an app.
Right.
So it's kind of like putting yourself out there, and then you have to meet up with people. And if you don't put yourself out there and actually meet up with people, you're not going to meet anyone.
Are people setting their standards too high? Looking for the perfect date?
Yeah, I think there's a little bit sometimes of that illusion, looking for that unicorn that doesn't exist. We all have flaws, all of us here included, right? Yeah. So a healthy long-term relationship has the foundational things there, but there's always going to be compromise, give and take, accepting of someone's flaws just like they would accept yours. So I think sometimes people also give up too quickly, right? There's this like instant gratification type of culture right now. Right. So if date 1 isn't, fireworks and love right away, people sometimes give up too quickly.
The entertainer, the comedian Chris Rock once said, when you meet me, you don't meet me, you meet my representative, the person I want you to think I am. You find a lot of that dating online that, that person isn't what all they said they were, not as tall, not as slim, not as smart, not as...
Well, all the time, and I'm sure people that have met me would say the same thing. I think it's difficult when you're trying to put yourself out there. You can only put so much out there before you actually get to know somebody.
Right. Okay. Any tips?
Yeah, absolutely. Be open-minded. And while Justin, I think, was trying to be efficient with his time, that's definitely not a way to see if there's a connection.
Justin was making a bet with somebody.
Justin, I don't know what he was thinking, but it's definitely not a way to see if there's a real connection.
Right. I want to hear Justin's side of it. If you're out there, Justin, got a seat for you right here. You need to come in here. And we'll make sure it's safe. We'll have security and everything. You guys are great sports. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.